Hi guys, yes it is me, and apologies I've not been on the channel for a while. I've been really busy. Um, I've not been able to film. When you're on your own, it's like really difficult to film. I don't know if you see me that well. I've got the light coming out now. Yeah, it's really difficult to film when you're on your own. It's really difficult when you try and work at the same time. But if you haven't checked out our new channel, Tony and Veteran, the video I've just uploaded is from Bangkok, from Thailand. There's loads of videos and loads of content to come up on that. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because then you're going to know everything that comes up. And I'm going to be with Adam, so keep an eye out for Adam. We've got loads planned. So I am not on my own today. That's why I can film. I've got someone here with me.
How's it going?
Hello, mate. You all right?
I'm very good, thank you.
So who are you?
My name is Shane, and I actually reached out to Dean not so long ago, a couple of weeks back, as I started a job in as a building services engineer, and it's on an apprenticeship. And I watched Delroy's video of Van Talks.
Big shout out to Delroy. Love you, Del.
Yeah, big shout out to Delroy. And I saw Dean and what he was speaking about getting into the industry, working with people. It hit home quite a lot, and I've always been trying to, for the last year and a half, I've been wondering, do I want to stay in a commercial sector? Do I want to go to more domestic? Do I want to do both? And I thought, I have no idea what it's like to be an electrician. I do electrical work in terms of, to a certain point with electricians, not on my own, and but it's very much it's the commercial world. So no one cares what you do, how you do it, as long as it works. If that light works, no one's going to question it.
I've said that. How many times have I said that? Eh? As long as the light comes on, the customer don't care.
Yeah, and one of the things that Dean was saying is like, you were saying like someone might not do it how it should be done, and it's maybe not the right way to do things, but you can't say nothing because you're the apprentice and it's their place and you got to follow them. So I thought, when I listened to Dean on that talk, I was like, a lot of stuff hit home. So I thought, let me reach out to him, and very, very kindly, he said pop up. So I was like, right, cool, wicked. So I popped up today.
Listen, you're doing the same as what I done. I done exactly the same. I went out with electricians without getting paid, just get the experience. And listen, people will slag you off for it. They'll be like, why are you going to do this for nothing? And it's up to you. Like, it's your choice. Look, at the end of the day, I've done all that for work for free, and look at me now. I'm running my own company, successful company, so busy. So it's up to you. You can either just do it or not. It's your life, isn't it, really? So but I think you're doing the right thing by reaching out, and it's not about how much money you're going to get now, it's how much value you're going to get from a day working with someone else.
That's it. And I think it's the way I looked at it is you may not be getting paid cash, but you're getting paid in experience, and you're actually asking someone else who's busy, who's got their own business to run, to take their own time out, explain things to you, talk to you. So you're actually getting a lot back in knowledge and experience from that person. That person doesn't need to do anything for you. They could just not even answer you. But the fact that you answered and said, yeah, come up, and that's valuable in itself. So it's how you really look at it. And the way I look at it is, you're going to get knowledge from someone. You'll be able to ask questions, and this is going to show me if actually this is the route I do want to take. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to know in one day, but it's going to give me. I'm going to know more today than I did yesterday. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So that's it. So yeah, good on you. But you will find that there are apprentices, electrical apprentices, where they go and work. They're getting paid, not bad money for an apprentice, I suppose. But there were people that are not interested in teaching. They're just sweeping up or just doing menial work. But whereas if you're out with someone like me, I'll show you exactly how it's supposed to be done, or not exactly, because there's always more than one way to do something. I'll show you my way, and I'll possibly even tell you some of the ways that you can do the job. But there's always more than one way to do a job. So you're on it's like a multi-skills sort of course. Because we've been chatting before, it's on a multi-skills course. Working with a multi-skills company at the moment, and you want to get more into the electrical side of things, I'll take it.
So like every time I say a long story short, it's always a long story. So I try and make this actually short. I was made redundant from my job before because it was all in fitness. So I spent years, like 18 years in fitness, and then unfortunately, Corona came round, made me redundant. The company that I was working for said, we've got an apprenticeship scheme. You can go on it, it's 3.5 years, and it's to be a building services engineer. But anyone that is a building service engineer now knows that one day you'll be doing plumbing, the next day you'll be doing electrical work, next day you'll be doing fabrics. You're never going to be a professional at one thing. You're always going to be getting by. But I guess that's the point of it, is that they can put you in there as a multi-skilled person.
Yeah.
And you can do everything to a certain level. But what I quickly found was the bits I didn't like. No offense to any plumbers. What you do, I respect, but I know I can't do it because
Listen, I'm the same.
it's so hard when you're trying to get. And I work with hot water systems all the time, and obviously when you've got to turn them back on, it's under high pressure. If you haven't nipped that up right or anything like that, that is coming out. So I think to myself, you know what, good, fair play to you guys, especially when you're doing anything with bodily fluid, shall we say.
Yeah.
And I've started the electrical stuff, so like three phase, like anything with motors and stuff like that, with obviously skilled guys. And I started to really like that, and I was like, you know what, that's really motivating me a lot. So then I thought, oh, may want to go down the sort of electricians route, what they do. And I started watching more videos and seeing people like yourself and Dell and Artisan Electrical, and I thought, this is wicked. Got really into it, and now that's where I want to sort of see if that's the route that I want to go down.
Yeah, no. And are you interested in going out with anyone else?
Oh yeah, like
possibly a bit more local to you as well.
Yeah, I mean, like Delroy. I know you don't like apprentices, but you're North London like me.
Yeah, look, come on, Del.
Yeah. I've driven all the way up here because thankfully I got an offer.
Delroy will be all right. I think he'll let you come out. He's a good lad.
Yeah, get me up for a day, Del.
Yeah, no, he'll be all right. So yeah, if anyone's interested in helping out, have we even said what your name is?
I can't remember. I think my name. Well, I know my name's Shane, but
you can't remember that.
I can't remember if we actually said my name. Yeah, but my name is Shane.
Yeah, Shane.
So yeah.
If you want to give Shane a little bit of experience, whatever you're doing in the electrical sector, put it in the comments or reach out to me. I'll pass on your details to Shane, and hopefully he can get to where he wants to be. So let's look at today. We've got loads and loads of little jobs today, and quotes and things like that. First job we went to already, it was a quote for some radiators. It was a quote for radiators for the whole property, but it turns out it was only 2 radiators they want. So we're now ahead of schedule, and we've got more time to put in. We've got loads and loads of work. Next job. I think this could be an interesting one. Hopefully they'll let us film. But a woman rang me yesterday, and we've all had this problem. Woman rang me yesterday, and they've just had a new worktop fitted with an island and all that in the middle of the room. They've got a cooker in there, so they've got all the gas and everything. But now they realise they haven't got ignition for the gas. And it's going to be one of them, and it's going to be. I'm probably going to turn up if they've got fitted floors and everything, fitted worktops and fitted everything. I don't know. I might just say, listen. You should have said this beforehand, then we could have done something. This is reality. You ain't going to learn this elsewhere, It's okay to turn jobs down. But if it's all fitted floor, fitted kitchen, brand new kitchen, I won't touch it because I ain't getting blamed for any damage to that kitchen. It's not worth it for a little couple of hours work. I'll just turn it down. So that's that job. Got to go and do a little bit of second fixing on another kitchen refit that we helped out with. Should be able to film there. Another job is fault finding some outdoor lights that we fitted for somebody a while ago. And then last one is changing a light fit on. I can't even talk today. Changing a light fitting for a ceiling rose because the person's moving house. So we want to take all their light fittings with them. So pretty easy day, to be honest with you. It's only a 4-day week this week because it's Easter weekend coming up. And it was a 4-day week. Oh, I can't even talk today. It's Monday morning. It was only a 4-day week for me last week because I went to LX. Shout out if you went to LX. Waste of time, to be honest with you, I think. So there you go. Right, we need to get doing some work. So let's go on the road and go to this next job. Bye, guys. Right, so that quote for ignition for a gas cooker. What do you think about that?
I mean, it seems like a nice little job to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a couple of questions that came up from the lady, and what she was saying is, I can't remember now. So someone, a partner's relative, was saying that the plug sockets were too high, and she can't plug multiple things in there without it blowing.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too sure what she meant.
I'm not sure. Yeah, she said that can't plug too many things in, otherwise it will trip. But no, it's a 32 amp ring in the kitchen, and you're pretty much going to have a 32 amp ring. I think without going into the whole consuming it and knowing exactly what the what sockets are where, because obviously it just says sockets. There's two circuits for sockets. I don't know what's where, because obviously we've just taken a look at it. So she wants a socket for the ignition for the hob, gas hob. As always, she had the kitchen fitted, and now she realises that she needs a socket. Lovely lady. I'm not saying anything bad. Really good, but she's not obviously electrically minded. Luckily, there was a cable there which goes into one of the sockets. It was just behind, so we'll just spur off of that and put in a Patris mounted socket. One gang. That's it. What should I say? But what did you learn today already? Learn of the day. What did you learn today about a new installation?
Oh, we need to change the RCD.
Why is that?
Because it doesn't meet the up-to-date regulations. It was an AC RCD, and it needs an A curve, A type.
It's A type. It's not an A curve, but you're on the right lines. You said the right thing, but just the last little bit you said was a bit out of order. So the curves, you get B type curve, C type curve, and D type curve. Usually in domestic, we'll just get B type. On the condensate, you get C type. Mm-hmm. The curve is on the MCB aspect of the fuse box, consuming it, if you like. With a regular house, you get B type because there's not a lot of startup current. If you're in like a factory, or you got what they say big X-ray machines in hospitals, things like that. If you was to put one of them on, or like an arc welder, if you was to put one of them on, it would trip a B type MCB, because there's too much inrush current at the start.
So on a different type than you want.
Yeah, so
D type, is it?
So you put either C or D type, and that will accommodate the big startup current, because you always get a surge at the front. Yeah. At the start, and also what else did you learn about SPDs? What's SPD?
Surge protection device. And it was good that you was explaining it to her and let her make her own decision, and obviously told her all the information she needed, and so she can now, read about it and see if she actually wants to do it or not, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Learning already. So been with me like an hour or so, and already learning. So
this is exactly it. Why it was good to come up, because you don't get this too much in the commercial world. It's a bit, you have obviously larger motors and that, and it's not so different types of bits of kit in terms of I don't know, like appliances, shall we say. So, and like you saying at Christmas, when she said we wouldn't have everything on all at one go, and you said, well, one time you do is Christmas, and I thought, actually you do, because I remember going into the kitchen thinking I better go out of here, because there's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of stuff plugged in. So it's good. Good point.
Yeah, we always get called outs, as everyone else does in the domestic sector. That's when your elements will go in your cookers. You get overheating, tripping, RCDs tripping, everything after Christmas, because Christmas Day, doing your Christmas dinner and everything, is when everything is just to the maximum. So that's when you get your overloading, and that's where you get your problems. Yeah. Right, next job is a little bit second fixing, not loads. So we're going to see if he knows how to second fix. What do you reckon?
Probably not.
So this job here, what we're doing today, is a recent kitchen refit. It's getting there. It will be good when it's finished. Obviously, it's work in progress. We've changed a lot of the accessories on there. Going to be changing the cooker isolator. Changing these two, one's going to be on a dimmer, one's going to be just regular switch, and the other one is redundant anyway. Changing two of the sockets, and that's it for today. Recently we've fitted the light here, really nice light, and we fitted a supplier over there for a cooker. Consumer unit is on the other side of that. So we've come out of there, keeping it in the zone. We went in the corner, all the way up. You can see the plaster, all the way along, keeping in the zone, and back down to the socket, which is around here behind there. It's like, not socket, a cooker outlet. So let's go to the consumer unit and cut power so we can change these over. Tell I haven't been on camera for a while. I did change the consumer unit as well. Can't remember if I did. So this is that surge protection I was saying about on the right hand side. Surge protection device.
Right, okay.
Protects against the spikes in the electrical circuit.
Nice.
One thing to remember I forgot to do is when you're cutting the power, you need to get permission from the customer, or at least let the customer know.
Do you mind if we cut the power?
No, that's fine.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
There we go. Cut the power. Kitchen sockets. When I'm here, I just use a test button to test it. Perfect. And downstairs lights, because we're changing the light switch. It's gone dark. So have you changed sockets before?
Yeah, I've done quite bits and pieces. Socket changes.
Yeah.
Put up buttons.
Yeah. So we're going to change them two sockets.
Yep.
I'll leave you to get on with that
Yep.
for now.
Cool.
One thing I will say, I use Boschko 2 to take the sockets off and things like that.
Yeah.
But whenever I've got any metal accessories like these,
Yep.
I always do them up by hand because it's quite easy to come off.
Yeah.
You can scratch them up. You don't want to do that.
I've only ever done it by hand.
Yeah, we'll do it by hand.
Cool.
Go for it.
Yeah, sweet.
So the one on the right is a flat plate and it's got a thing behind it.
Oh,
I'm guessing that this is going to be a shallow box and that's why it's got this on it. So
right.
hopefully the new one will fit there. If not, who knows.
Yeah.
Do you do safe isolation procedure as well?
Yeah. When most of the time we just do, or we'll test it with that, or we'll do like a lockout. So I'll lock off the breaker and then I'll put a padlock on it
There you go.
and so on. All right, there I am.
It's only us in the house, so we've warned the customer that the electric's going off, so it's only us. So we're going to circumnavigate around that for now. If you can change them for us.
Sure. Sweet.
Meanwhile, I'll change the cooker isolator, which I forgot to switch off. Now what we had here, we had the trusty old wood screw holding it in. So I tried putting in a terminal screw in, it didn't work, so we're going to have to ream it. Not ream it. I can't remember what they're called. Refreading tool. There we go. Make sure we've got a good thread in there. Now a screw should go in fine. Which it does. Perfect. So we're going to fit a dimmer just to there. Dimmers come in different ways. Just chat a little bit about this dimmer. It's BG dimmer. They're okay. It's a trailing edge dimmer. You get two types of dimmers. Actually, three electronics as well. It's trailing edge or leading edge, and you get the electronics like your kinetic sort of switches. They're totally different to this. And what you have to be careful when you're fitting dimmers is your volt amps or watts that it can be used for. This is 5 to 200 volt amps or watts. Volt amps is the same as watts.
Okay.
V times A equals W.
Okay.
Do you know that?
I didn't know that. I've never heard of this type. I've only ever heard of the watts, but never heard of VA.
Do you know the VIR triangle?
Yeah.
VIR, and you've got another one, PIV.
Yep.
So P is watts, I is the amps, V is obviously the volts. So volts times amps equals watts, or some people call them volt amps.
Okay, so that's where
It's
that's...
same thing.
I see.
So you've got to make sure that what you're fitting, firstly, you've got to make sure you're using dimmable light bulbs, and yes, I call them light bulbs. Okay. So yeah, you've got to make sure that they're dimmable, and also they're between the range set for this dimmer. These are 5 volt amps, or 5 watts to 200 watts, which you've got these are usually about 4 watts each, so you've got 4, 8, 12, about 12 watts of power. So this should be perfect for it. When you're fitting a metal accessory like this, light switch, something like that, not too worried about sockets or anything, but any light fittings, you need to make sure that this is earthed, because no difference between class 2 and class 1 accessories.
Class 2 and class 1, is it something to do with the if it's like plastic or metal? And if it's obviously plastic, you'd have to earth it because it won't have the option. But the metal, because it has a metal conductor, you can get a shock off it.
Yeah, perfect. What's another word for class 2?
Another word for class 2, not double insulated, is it?
There you go. Well done.
Never even been to school.
He's good. He's good. Well done. So yeah, you got to make sure that's earthed all the time.
Yeah.
And do we have to earth the back box?
If it's metal, yes.
If it's metal, we do.
Yeah.
Not exactly right.
No.
No. If a back box has got a fixed lug, then you don't have to earth the back box. Some people do it as a good practice. It doesn't make a difference. That is a fixed lug on the right hand side. See, this one on the left is a movable lug.
Right.
So that's not fixed. But that will be connected to your screws in there, which will be connected to your earth terminal there. So it's getting this earth path there.
Right, okay.
So it doesn't need to be earthed.
Right. I just went on always on the, if it's metal, earth it. If it's plastic, not so.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say, in the regulations, it specifically says if it's got a fixed lug, you don't have to insulate it.
Cool.
And a lot of people, what they do is bend back these top and bottom lugs, which is good practice, because if you look at the size of this dimmer, that might catch on it, especially you've got cables going in the bottom, so that might just catch on it. We'll see how we go on. Might not have to change it. Anyway, another thing you learn.
Yeah.
See what I was saying there about the lugs? Now this can't push back, because them lugs are in the way, top and bottom.
Yeah.
Always push your lugs back.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm doing up accessories, either polished chrome or brushed steel, anything like that, take your time. Because you imagine if you scratch this, then you've got to go back to the supplier, got to replace it, you've got to make another appointment with the customer. Just take your time, do it nice and slowly, because you don't want to be scratching these. Unfortunately, they're quite difficult to push back once it's fitted. It needs just a little pushback like that, not a lot. So now you can see the lugs at the top there push right back. You can see that.
Yep.
Now that got a big old brick there on the back of it. That shouldn't touch it. And there we go, straight in. See that?
Nice.
Much better.
Message to Jordan's cameraman. How am I doing?
I need my own cameraman.
Yeah.
Jordan, you got anyone spare on your thousands of staff that you've got?
Yeah, that's it.
Did you see the post I put on Instagram the other day
Which one?
about Jordan taking over Dr. Electric?
Yeah, I was telling you, I was like, what's the date?
Yeah. Oh right, yeah.
I was
That's
like,
right. I remember.
What's the date? What's the date? I think.
Unfortunately, Jordan can't afford to buy a Dr. Electric. Although I would sell it at a price, not cheap. No, as you guessed, it's April Fools, and Jordan went along with it. Nice to catch up with you at Alex, Jordan. Unfortunately, wasn't for too long. But yeah, good lad he is. I like Jordan.
Did you guys plan that?
What?
With the April Fool's joke?
No.
Because you had the Artisan's top on as well, didn't you? You had the jacket
Oh yeah,
on.
I've done the. Did you watch me do the solar power thing with him?
Oh, is that where you got?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Done a big solar job
Because
with him.
I have to say, yeah, You caught me for a second.
Yeah.
I did see that and I thought, what?
A few people messaged me and said, "Oh, has Jordan bought out Dutch Electric?"
Yeah.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to me. You did catch me for a split second then. And then I just remember what day it was.
I know.
And I was like,
Even Adam fell for it. Sorry, Adam. I'm going to put up Adam's comment just there. You'll see what he said. He fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Even my wife fell for it. That's bad, isn't it? She said, "Oh, is he going to get you one of them electric vans and that?" Oh, really? God. Right. You can do that one on your own. It's a simple two-way light and switch. You've seen that earth is just, what's that called?
CPC.
Don't call it enough. People will kill you.
Yeah. I was going to call it an earth, and I thought, no,
Yeah.
I better not.
That's going to, that's just come out, and that's one of the things we check on EICRs. They usually come out. As you see, the screw is not fully in, so there you go. I'll leave that to you.
Nice.
So we're just taking a look at what he's done here. Good earth sleeving in the back. Hold that for us. Do you do tug test?
Yep, done tug test.
Perfect. And he's put the conductor into L1. He's put the common, I think that's the common, into the common. Put it into the L1. Why did you put it into L1?
Unfortunately, I just did like for like for when I removed the switch.
Why didn't you put it into L2?
I wish I had your answer.
Nothing wrong with it. You can put it in L1 or L2.
I just didn't have the... No,
but if you put it in the wrong one, then it will operate the wrong way around.
Right.
So when that'll be on and that'll be off.
Right.
So if you ever come across that, what you need to do is either change the cable over and put it into the L1, or just flip it over so it turns off the right way. That's the difference. Where's your screws for this? No, it should be a good screw back somewhere, as in unused.
Oh, and unused.
Yeah. Is that it? There we go. Whose fault is it?
That must be that Adam.
Adam, he don't like you, does he?
I think that was the apprentice's fault.
Always the apprentice's fault.
Do you know what I thought that was? You know, those little packets that you get.
You don't get them on these silver accessories.
Yeah, I thought, oh, is that true stuff?
What I'll do though is, before I fully screw it back, I'm going to test it, make sure it's going the right way.
Make sure they're
going to take a look at this, make sure you're doing it all right. That's good. Yeah, all good. Nice and tight. As electricians, you should be always checking your apprentices' work, because as you've just seen, apprentices make mistakes. Where's the screws for them?
They're the ones that we threw in there.
But they were old screws.
Yeah, were there screws in the packet, do you mean?
Yeah, there was screws in the packets.
They're in here then. Apprentice.
I need a new apprentice already.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be coming back again.
No. You're sacked.
Yeah. I'm good at this part. I'm good at this part of the job.
You've been rummaging through bins a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, this is not new to me.
Did you check the back of the socket?
How do you mean?
Sometimes in the back of the socket. No, not these ones. Where have you gone then?
I mean, I don't remember seeing any of those packets in the big boxes though. Just...
No, they're old screws. Don't want old screws.
No, in the actual packet themselves, I don't remember seeing like these.
Like them that you just picked up.
Don't remember seeing these.
Oh, right, you just picked up.
Yeah, these ones. Don't remember seeing them. I think you are going to need someone new. I'm not even going to blame you on that one. You mean like these ones?
Oh, them ones you just... So, right, okay. Typical apprentice, isn't it?
God,
Right.
you can't get the started.
So when you put in the screws in, you have to make sure that there's no cables behind it. Otherwise, you can nick the cable and you'll have a fault. Your MCB or RCBO would trip. RCBO, RCD would trip. Just going to energise these now, so just be careful. Don't lick it.
I'll try.
Okay, now we're going to see. Yeah, it's not working. It's not working.
Behind you.
What was that one? Even the customer's taking the mickey out of me now. Let's see if this is working. It doesn't seem to be working. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Got that one working. This one working okay. Dimmer, and it dims up and fine. If you notice it flickering, then you've either got some incompatibility issues, maybe some lights or something. But that stepping up, stepping down nicely, and you've got. And if you notice your lights are stepping up and then stepping down, stepping up and then stepping down, as in brightness, you've got smart lights and they need just pairing up or whatever it is. That's working okay now. The apprentice wired it wrong. It wasn't me. Promise. No. Okay, it was. I wired it up wrong. Hands up. Right, so now we're all done. Are we done?
Yep.
Is that finished?
That's all finished.
We can walk away happy?
Yep.
Happy customer? Happy Sparky?
Happy customer.
One more thing we need to do. Needs to test the sockets. We have completed an EICR on this premises before because we changed the consumer in it. One thing we'll do, because we changed the accessories, we'll just do a ZE. Make sure, what is ZE? ZS, sorry.
ZS. So, oh, it's not insulation resistance, is it?
You're right, it's not.
It's not. He's so kind. No, I don't know what it. I've heard of it, but I've not.
It's your earth fault loop impedance path.
There you go. That's the one. That's the one I meant to say.
It's basically your earth at each accessory.
Okay.
So just check these sockets. So what we do, put it on loop, you've got your plug top, plug it in, 245 volts, 50 hertz, ZS of 0.19. And as you don't know what ZS is, you won't know what maximum ZS is, will you?
Nope.
This is on a 32 amp 61009, 0.20. That's well under the ZS allowed for that circuit. So now we're all happy. We have tested the RCDs already, so we know they're working all okay. Tested them on the initial verification or of the consumer exchange. A lot to remember, isn't it?
It is. It is.
You've got to know all this. So
I've got a lot to look forward to.
there's a lot to learn.
That course in September.
It's not just putting a few light bulbs up, changing a few sockets.
No, that's right.
You've got to know why things do certain things, and if they don't, then how do you fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the same as anything else. You learn, well, you pass all your exams and that in college. Then once you're out on your own, you've got no one else to ask. That's when you start learning.
Yeah. Sink or swim.
That's it. Make sure cooker's working fine. What cooker? The hob. Yeah, it's all lit up. We're all good. Lovely. So, all done. Going to try a new feature. It's called Questions for Sparks.
Questions for Sparks with Dr. Electric.
Customer has had a previous light there, and there's a live cable in there. Is that okay to be left in there or not? You won't know yet.
You're not asking me,
I'm
surely.
not saying what the
I'm
answer
not a
is,
spark.
yes or no. I know what I've done. What's your thoughts? Okay, live cable in there. Bear in mind it's in a cable zone. Is it okay to leave it live? Possibly put some connectors on it or something like that, whatever you want, Wago box it. So this one, question for Sparks.
Questions for Sparks with Dr. Electric.
Previous light switch was there. Is it okay to drill through the back and put it on another light switch there? Bear in mind that's now a cable zone, up there, down there, and that's a cable zone anyway. And cable zone up to 150 mil, which is plenty of room. So that's all the cable zone. That's going to be plastered over. Is it okay? So that will be covering, the cable zone will be covering the cable, which is in here going all the way up to there. Is it okay or is it not? let me know in the comments.